Okay, today we are going to learn the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Now, when it is a right-angled triangle, we can use the formula c square equals to a square plus b square to find length if it is a right-angled triangle. Now, this triangle, I do not know yet whether is it a right-angled triangle, but I can use the formula to help me find out. So how do I find out? First, this is the steps to prove that it is a right-angled triangle. Step number 1, I have to find the longest length first, which is the hypotenuse. So, out of these 3 lengths, 13 is the biggest number, so it is the hypotenuse. So we just assume it's right angle first. And AC square will be equal to 13 square. Why do we use AC square? Because we are trying to use the formula C square, A square plus B square. Okay? So we will have AC square will be 169. Next, we want to see whether these two add up to 169 as well. What do I mean by add up? Well, I will have AB square plus BC square. And let's see whether is it also 169. If it's 169, then it will be a right-angled triangle. Because C square equals to A square plus B square. So let's try. I will have 5 square plus 12 square. Okay, if we press our calculator, I will have 25 plus 144, and that will give me 169. Now, since AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, Pythagoras theorem works. Now, when will Pythagoras theorem work? It will only work, yes, when it's a right-angled triangle. Since it works right, it must be a right-angled triangle. Everyone, please memorize these words here. Okay? Since AC square, which is your C square, right, equals to AB square, which is your A square, plus BC square, which is your B square. So now in short, C square is equals to A square plus B square. Now what you need to memorize is the words, since this is true, by the converse of Pythagoras theorem. It is okay you spell the word Pythagoras wrongly. It's not English test. It's okay to spell wrongly. So by the converse of Pythagoras theorem, because this is true, therefore, triangle ABC is a right-angled triangle. I have a triangle ABC here, a right-angled triangle ABC. So, normally, we will find this angle here. This angle is actually an acute angle. An acute angle, the angle theta. Today we are going to find out how then are we able to find the other angle here, and how do we find the Trigo ratio of the other angles. Now this angle will be 180 minus theta. This is our obtuse angle. Okay, so let's start. Sine 30. Hey guys, what do we get for sine 30? 0.5. So sine 30 is 0.5. Now, if you press sine 150, what do we get? Sine 150. 0.5. We get 0.5 again. What is so special about these two numbers? The relationship between these two numbers, they add up to? So, sine 30 and sine 180 minus 30, which is 150, right? If this is the acute and this is the obtuse, they will both have the same ratio, 0.5 or 1/2. They will have the same ratio. Now for cosine, cosine is a bit different. Cosine 30 you get, press cosine 30 you get 0.866. Okay, is it 0.866 or 867? Okay. Now, Wait, don't press now, guess, guess. What happened when I press cosine 150? Okay, you guess that it's the same, right? Press your calculator now, see what you get. Correct. So the answer is a bit different. Okay, the answer is a bit different. So I will have a negative instead. Now, the sine theta and sine obtuse, the sine acute and the sine obtuse will give you the same ratio. The cosine acute and the cosine obtuse angle, the answer is different by a negative sign. Find sine angle ACB. Find sine angle ACB. Now the second type of question is find sine angle ACD. That's the obtuse angle. Okay, two more questions only. Find cosine angle ACD is a ratio. The value is a ratio, a fraction. And find cosine angle ACD. So this is the angle here. I have my opposite. I have my hypotenuse. And I have my adjacent. So for sine, I'm using opposite and hypo. So what is the fraction here? What's the number for opposite? What's the number? I will have opposite as 4. And for hypotenuse, I will have it as 5. Now, can you do for the other three? Okay, yes, the answer is 4/5. Next, we have cosine ACD. So cosine is adjacent over hypo. So what is the fraction? What is the answer? 3/5. Wow, well done, very good. So the answer is 3/5. Now we are faster already, right? 3/5. Now this is the one that we may make a careless mistake. What is the cosine of this obtuse angle? It is the same 3/5, but there's a difference here. Wow, well done, well done, well done. Okay, yes, the difference is negative 3, same but there is a negative over 5. Now, sine theta equals to 0.5. Find the answer. What is the answer? 30 is, you only get 1 mark only. This is a 2-mark question. So during exam, we know that it's a 2-mark question and there are 2 spaces. What do you think is the other number? 150. Yes. You press sine 30 and you press sine 150, you get the same answer, 0.5. Now that is not the IQ question. The question is this now. Cosine theta equals to 0.866. What is theta? Now, is this the only answer? Can it be 150? Yeah, this is the only answer. Now, if I have 150, that's the common sense part. If I have 150, okay, this is wrong. Press cosine 150. This digit should be negative, but because it's positive, right? For cosine, 1 answer. For sine, there are 2 answers. How do you know? Very simple. Exam 2 marks means 2 answers. 1 mark means 1 answer. So if it's 1 mark only, okay, you will roughly guess that the answer can only be 30. If it's 2 marks, the answer can be 30 and 150. Okay, can we stop the video? Thank you.